Reflection on choosing your sacrifice. The word sacrifice can have many different meanings to different people, and even different meanings in different cultures. Sacrifice has also many different levels or intensity. Some might be smaller sacrifices, others might be bigger or larger. Some might be a mixture of both. We all have made sacrifices even without realizing it sometimes in we all have made sacrifices even without realizing it sometimes. Sacrifices are to be made, rewards and results are to be earned. We make all types of sacrifices every day without knowing about them. Not eating that burger because you have been trying to watch your food intake for a while, skipping that dinner or drinks invitation with your coworkers to get a good night's sleep so that you can be more present for your child's event, or you had to study for a test. These are all types of sacrifices we make. I have been making sacrifices all my life, coming from a lower middle class family and not affording most of the luxurious vacations and fun events was just normal for my family. So was that was that was that was really a lifestyle for me. To not to be sacrificial, lower economy class upbringing. We could afford a roof over our head, 2 to 3 times of somewhat decent meal. I considered our family very blessed because it not only taught us life lesson but also gave me an opportunity to look forward to how I can make my life better than what I had as a child. Something to look forward to. I remember this one time I wanted a toy, and my mother said, maybe next year, when you get good grades, I will get you that toy. It used to be double A back in the day. After about a year, I was able to get that toy, and it felt really special, as if I had gotten a piece of heaven in my hands. Delayed gratification was part of my family curriculum since early on. I felt really special too. I was never a highest scoring student, so that insecurity always remained there. But my mother always bragged about the neighbor's child getting the first position in my class. There was always an invisible intelligence gauging caliber that your intelligence on how good you are in studies was measured by. It was almost sickening at times later on in life when I couldn't score enough to get into a very prestigious school. This sense of losing or not being enough came into play again and became a highlight of my life for the next few years at least. I wouldn't say maybe my family circumstances had anything to do with it. Of course, they always tried their best to provide me with the best they could. Yet I came short to the expectations of the ones expecting of me. I have only delivered what I could and what I had the capacity to. I had the capacity to. I tried working hard on was I was given, whatever was given to me. I have enrolled in this course of becoming a licensed practical nurse because I know I can thrive through it and possibly pass it. All that is because I believe that I can make those sacrifices that need to be made. I can lose whatever needs to be lost. I can lose whatever it needs to lose to bring that certification into practicality. Life has given me enough lemons to make freshly squeezed lemonade out of it. I have those sacrifices for myself in order to be where I need to be. God is on my side and I lack nothing. My key to making sacrifices is to not even think about it as sacrifices. I'm created like that. I like making sacrifices. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or bad. But I feel that one day I will have to rest, and I will not have enough health or power in me to get all that hard work in. And that day will be special. Until then, I can make sacrifices and try to get a better level in my life. I have studied a bunch of good examples of people who have made huge sacrifices to get somewhere in life. Look at Oprah Winfrey, Tiffany Haddish, Indra Nooyi, Mother Teresa, and myself. We all have something in common, and that is making those sacrifices, making time to read those books, taking time to write that essay to fulfill their dreams that me and my ancestors had for me. This essay is called The Value of Failure. The word failure can mean different to many different people. It can mean one thing to one person and totally other thing to someone else. It depends on how it feels. Failure can be a momentarily small situation, or for some can be a dark hole where they never come out of. But understanding failure is the key, where it comes from. Can it be a product of personal habits? Can a failure be just a small step towards something big? All these questions are really important in getting to know the real value of failure. It is important to master the art of failing rather than glorifying the win every time we win. In fact, trying our best to achieve something and then failing hard on it should be celebrated, just as much as winning on it does. Because the later we take losing or failing, the better we will get. One should notice and understand that they are going to fail more than they will ever win. We have more hardworking people who lose more than they win. Silently, behind doors, they have lost more battles than the world or society will ever know. Michael Jordan is known for his phenomenal basketball games and performance. But not many know how many times he lost and was rejected from joining his high school basketball team. No one knows that he had 9,000 missed shots. Not many know about how many times he fell and how many times he felt the physical and mental pain. But he never gave up. And that's what means the most. I have felt like a failure many times. I don't like to write my feelings mostly because I don't want to feel the same way twice. Therefore, journaling for me pretty much stays in my head. I have never stopped believing in myself. However, sometimes it feels hard to still believe in myself when society and the people around me are not into supporting me as much as I do myself. I had a career change altogether after 15 years of graduating from school. This had This has not been easy, but definitely something that I feel is achievable. For me, failing is not as serious as it used to be. The older I get, the better of a thinker I become. Understanding the act of failure is crucial to me. If you take 10 ball shots, you might be able to make one of them for sure. Failure is the same way. You're not going to fail bad at something you keep trying to do successfully. For the past couple of years, I have done nothing but trying to understand failure better and better for myself. Society takes failure very negatively because the society and people around us only understand and see the superficial part of an individual. Neither do they try to look underneath, nor do they understand anything about this individual. People see the tip of the iceberg but don't understand how big and powerful it is underneath. People, well, failure is nothing but another attempt that needs to happen. Failure is a state of mind and not a permanent life situation. You never fail until you give up. And if you don't give up, you will truly never fail. Is there anybody else who does their homework like this too? I don't know. There's a lot to be done here.